iTunes or wherever you download your podcast by searching for Halfway to Heroes.
From the city that brought you Kentucky Fried Chicken, Sluggers, and Muhammad Ali comes Roll for Weird, a Monster of the Week actual play podcast. Join Philbert Fogel, Doomsday Prepper and Expert.
I mean, I'm kind of like the linchpin that's keeping everything together in the group.
Lasath, the Divine, and the Sensible.
And I still owe him my life, so I would have to end yours. It would be a mess.
Shadow, the Edgy Initiate.
I trust him with my life. I don't know if I trust him with, my bank account or my car or something like that.
Misty Charlotte Palladino, Spellslinger, and Trenchcoat Enthusiast.
But I haven't set anything on fire that I haven't meant to set on fire.
Silas Lancaster, Elderly Vampire.
There's only one Filbert. They broke the mold when they made Filbert.
And Dragonbait as the Creeper Keeper.
Silas, get back in your room!
Roll for Weird on Twitch, streaming monthly. New podcast episodes every other Friday. Available on Apple or wherever you find your podcasts.
Are we gonna clap?
Oh, we're
We're
live
gonna-
now,
we're
and
gonna do the
everyone's in the
clap
wrong
live.
spot and
Hi,
everything.
everyone.
Whoa, we're doing it live.
It's that kind of a day today.
Yeah,
Fine.
tech problems are always fun. Adam, let's just do the clap real quick before you
Okay.
move everybody around, and then we can move everybody around.
I just had to move Jeremy and Danny, and I'm good. Okay.
Oh, you got it. Okay,
Yes,
cool.
all right.
Cool.
1, 2, 3. Sorry,
Behind the
everybody.
scenes.
My computer decided to just completely lock up and get force rebooted.
It's all good. We'll figure it out later. This episode comes out probably a year from now, so we
Yeah.
have time.
In the distant future of 2077.
It's kind of a shame that Adam moved them back to their right places. I would have loved to have seen Danny playing Shadow and Jeremy playing Lisa.
Yeah.
The two polar opposites of the group, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, body swap episode is a one-off one day.
Oh, yes.
So let
Patrons
us.
only.
Oh, that would be a good Patreon episode. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
So the last bit. An extra life one shot maybe. You all got to the office. Mary had pulled out a bunch of boxes from a secret door that she had behind her desk that was warded by symbols that Layseth had taught her when she was a kid. Misty picked up some journals, started with journal 1. Very interesting. And I kind of like in my head was like, I bet she either rolls a 1 or 6. And we found out that Jane had not had the greatest upbringing, and she found out about monsters pretty quickly. That she worked for a family that's head boss was Charles Mackey. And then Grundu has the same face he had when I said the name, trying to figure out if I had named another NPC with the last name Mackey.
I did flip through my notes and I did not find anyone with the last name Mackey, although I did find a reminder that Shadow does have both nipples pierced and his belly button.
Guys,
And Charles Mackey's my grandpa.
I'm really embarrassed.
Information.
I'm embarrassed to admit this, but you guys, my computer shouldn't have crashed by this, but the thing that did
Okay.
crash my PC, I was
careful what you say
Googling
here.
other people with the last name Mackey to throw out and just say, like, I have this big knowledge of people with the last name Mackey. And it was on my monitor that has OBS on it, which has chat on it. So then when I went to click back to OBS so I could read chat again, it's literally when I clicked the OBS button to pull it back up that my whole PC crashed. So partially
what have
my
we
fault
learned,
was
Adam?
that PC
What
crash.
have we learned?
Absolutely
Don't fucking
nothing.
Google while we're doing Roll for Weird, which is really hard to not do, to be honest.
I mean,
Google
that's
from your phone, man. Just Google from your phone.
Oh, why
that's
have I never
a
thought
lesson he
of that?
fails to learn every single time.
Good night, everyone.
I just blew Adam's mind to Google from his phone. Jesus. Anyway, you had
Jesus has nothing to do with this.
you had decided to talk to Kenny to see if Kenny knew the Mackey family and if they were still around.
And all the FBI agents.
Wait, I'm
And the-
sorry, Adam. Aren't you like a digital technician or something?
Yo, I know I can use my phone to Google things. I didn't think it would crash my fucking PC looking up the last name Mackey. That's an honest mistake.
How many times have you crashed like all of Kroger's server because you Googled something?
Because I Googled Chili's menus. Every
it is
week.
my favorite. It is my favorite thing that Adam, the tech man, has tech issues all the time.
That is the best.
Sorry,
Makes me
DD, I just
sad.
couldn't let that one go.
No, I absolutely love it because you said the thing that I kind of was already thinking. Adam, I love you.
It's
I
always
just want to
funnier.
give you shit.
It's always funnier when the IT people are the ones who fuck it up.
Who doesn't love the taste of roast goose anyway?
Depends on the goose, but yes.
Okay. But yes, you were gonna talk to Kenny, the native, and
these fair states
of America.
Speaking as a British person,
Yes, the native of
not-
America.
not an indigenous person.
No, oh no, sorry.
That's
He
that I
was
wouldn't have
born in
used.
the U.S. Yes,
Would not have used that term to describe that type of person.
No. And I honestly,
I just wanted to make that explicitly clear.
No, I
Right?
agree. Yes, definitely. And I also meant that as like a person born in the United States, not
Yes.
a Native American man. Could you
No.
imagine if I had changed Kenny to that? No.
No, that
Like,
would have been bad.
No.
No, I
He's
didn't
like
think that you would, but yeah.
1950s greaser kind of guy.
Yes.
But you decided that you're going to talk to both the FBI agents and Kenny. And we have like a half hour. So, yeah. It's
all
fine.
good.
We'll get
Although
through what we need to get through.
I do imagine that our FBI friends who have turned off their devices to avoid tracking might have somewhat more difficulty reaching out and doing this research without.
I mean, they're going to have to come back into life at some point, unless they're going to stay here, which is not a bad option. But I mean, at that point, they're going to be forced into just hiding too, because part of what they're good at is the searching, the researching, the finding things. And it's a little hard to do that if you don't have access to your resources.
Indeed.
I mean, obviously it's their choice one way or the other, but at this point we're getting to, we need to sort things out because this might be the end of the world.
True enough. It's a good reason to get back in contact with some folks.
I've just thought, given that the stakes have somewhat increased, perhaps I could induce my dear friend Pazuzu to take more of an active role in proceedings. Certainly now that we know that there's a section of the Divine Council involved, I think he might be more inclined to provide more active support.
Perhaps we could use him more as a distraction for the council. As I recall,
Yes.
they generally are not fans of his.
No.
I feel like that's probably an understatement.
Slightly.
But still, first things first, we'll get to the bottom of this mafia business, and then we'll think about next steps, perhaps later. Right. What's the frequency, Kenneth? By which I mean, Kenny! Kenny!
Remember, you were in an attic
That's
of
what I was thinking.
Filbert's house.
I was like, wait, do you have some kind of telepathic?
No, it was Silas just,
screaming,
Silas,
Kenny.
Silas just starts grunting, Kenny! Kenny! And then walking back towards the basement to go get him.
That entirely tracks, actually.
Yeah. So here you do have access to all of Mary's things. If you wanted to go through them, keep them. There are
I
weapons.
assume
All
you mean
sorts
Jane?
of stuff. Yes, Jane's things, not Mary's. You don't have access to all of Mary's stuff.
I was gonna
She would
say
not
that'd be weird. They
happy.
just had like all of my mom's
Hi,
shit.
this is all my stuff.
You can have it if you
Say
want
what
it.
you like.
Help yourself.
I think Layseth would look through the weapons and see if there's anything that is familiar, anything that she knows has any sort of particular power, or if it is simply just weapons.
All of Jane's weapons were enchanted, basically. Whether it had been by one of you, or if it had been by the mafia family kind of situation. She has 2 daggers, a pistol. Do you find 2 pistols?
Okay. 2 daggers and 2 pistols. Layseth puts one of the daggers into her interdimensional pocket.
Okay.
And passes one of the pistols to Filbert. I know that you are familiar with these weapons, and this one has a bit of extra kick.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Yay, Filbert.
Finally getting some magic.
This might
At
be my
almost the end of the
awakening.
series. Makes you slightly more useful.
It's gonna be my time
I
to
am
shine now.
entirely kidding, by the way.
Yeah, in fact, it won't make any difference. He's just as useless as you were before.
Damn.
I'm kidding. Jesus Christ. Jesus.
We love you, Adam. We love
do.
Filbert.
I love Filbert. Oh my goodness, how I love him.
Okay.
Silas, my friend, how would you feel
Yes,
if I spoke about
here I am
Misty
with
that
Kenny.
way?
Here I am with Kenny. I mean, she's an adult.
She's a lovely woman.
She is.
Wait, who did you ask about?
Misty. I'm referring to Misty, and
Oh.
she's a lovely woman and quite attractive, and
Let's us under the misapprehension that she's going to get a rise out of me.
Oh, I was
She's
very
trying.
confused. We do
However-
know that Laysith does swing that direction. Like,
However, one cannot bullshit a bullshitter. Not quite to the degree of adept that I am.
okay,
She's
Silas.
She's not used to it, you see. Anyway,
Well-
Kenny.
Yeah. Hello again, Mrs. Fogel. What am I doing here?
Kenny, we'd like to ask you some questions.
Okay.
Just, no pressure. It's just a matter of life and death for us and the entire world. Do
No
you have
pressure.
no pressure whatsoever, Kenny?
Okay.
You know, I've always got your back. And Filbert's got some of your front, I believe, still in the filing cabinet.
There's a side eye to Filbert from Kenny.
Silas just makes a stirring the pot motion. No, but seriously,
Okay.
during your time in the seedy underbelly of Louisville before your elevation to the landed gentry status when I let you live in my house, did you perchance come across a monstrous mafia-like organization?
You're gonna have to be more specific, Silas. There are some of those in the world.
Yes. Well, very well then. Have you come across one that would be of sufficient standing to, give Lord Jeff Fuckhead our nemesis pause. We're talking very powerful group.
Charles Mackey was the gentleman in charge.
That's the name. Sorry, I was flustered thinking about your grandson.
Mary gives you a side eye at that.
Honestly, Misty gives you a hell of a side eye at that too. It's just like, what?
There is no subtlety to Silas anymore. He's like, the world's gonna end. Filbert, I love you. I'm fine with that, but she's like, wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, yeah, I've heard of Charles Mackey a while ago. They were out of I think the New York area though.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Might be worth pursuing some leads in the Big Apple.
Yeah. I think they're still around. I think his grandson took over.
Do you happen to know his name?
I don't, honestly. It's probably like Charles the Fourth or some bullshit.
Charles
the Third.
Yes. We've got one of those.
Sorry. I just
But for how long?
Just wait. Well, if I answer that question, commandos will kick down my door and shoot me. So
This isn't France.
We'll just leave that alone. I don't want more reasons for the SAS to come raid my house.
Why are you looking for the Mackeys?
Well, we have a little bit of a familial connection, and we'd like to perhaps find out more about them and why they were able to keep Lord Jeff or the Spider, or whatever nomenclature you'd like to apply, keep him away from our friends, and why they were able to do that, and how, and potentially enlist them in our crusade against Lord Jeff Fuckhead.
Right, because then the next question is, if they're still around, how is he being able to operate?
I don't think they're the same as they used to be. Charles was a very dominating presence. Threatening, I guess, would be the correct term.
Well, Mafia Don, that doesn't overly surprise.
Yeah, but I think that sway kind of went down when he retired. Maybe that's why Lord Jeff Fuckhead, or the Spider, or whatever the fuck his name is acting up a bit more.
Sure.
I'm sure Charles is still around. It's not like he wasn't supernatural, but sometimes you like to not do the job you were doing before.
Do you happen to know what manner of supernatural being Charles was?
I don't.
Fair enough. It was worth a shot. Might have provided some insights.
And he wasn't somebody that a lot of people saw. As a Don, you don't want to really flash your face everywhere.
No, sure. the man behind the throne kind of thing.
Shadow. Well, sorry, go ahead.
No. You go, Misty.
Shadow, do you think that you could reach out to people that you trust in your society and see what they know? If we're gonna go and discuss things with a family of supernatural monsters, I think we want to know as much as we can before we go in.
Well, I think the problem is I don't really know who I can trust anymore. I mean, I thought I could trust all of them, and then Dear Daddy-O told me we can't really trust any of them.
Well, what about your dad?
I mean, we could reach out to him, but I don't even know that he aligns with the sect anymore. I mean, I'd like to say we can trust them, but over these last few weeks, well, I mean, there's a reason we haven't reached out to them. They probably do know about this. I guess it just depends on if we're worried about showing our hand or not.
At least with your father, we know what he likes. That gives us an in.
God damn you, Durando.
That is true.
And if he doesn't give us what we want, we'll show him the peg closet.
I thought that we tried to.
All of the callbacks.
I thought we tried to call Daddy
In for a penny, in for a pound.
or Daddo, and I didn't think we could get a hold of him anymore.
Look, I can give him a call, but if he answers, he's going to expect a brunch.
Just call him and tell him you cook some brunch.
It's like 1 a.m, Filbert.
We're going to need quail's eggs.
Tell me you made some quail's eggs and bacon.
You do? Of course you do.
Yeah, of course.
Remarkable woman.
Why not?
Wait, then Filbert, why'd you act like it was so outlandish when I made my dad quail if your mom regularly keeps it in the house?
Well, she's never made me quail eggs.
What your dad likes.
My dad likes it too.
Maybe
all daddies like that. That's what all daddies like.
Back when I
walked
ate
into that.
You
Back
did.
when I ate
Face
food,
first.
I ate all of the quail eggs.
You just hear Filbert's dad be like, "Someone say quail eggs."
I'm gonna go see.
Hey, did you all hear him? See, I didn't make him up. He really does
This is
exist.
what I sound like. This is my voice.
Sorry, who? I'm hearing this weird echo thing.
Say if you
Go
listen
back
close,
to
you can still
bed,
hear him to this
Frank.
day.
I'm gonna go find out what Agent what the people in the
Manal?
kitchen are. Thank you. I can never pronounce that goddamn name. I'm sorry.
Manon.
Did you find her goddamn son yet?
I'm gonna go find out what Agent Manuel is making in the kitchen, because at this point everyone's devolved into the 2 a.m. sillies.
I smell
Yes.
something cooking.
Go to bed, Dad.
Hey, Mary, there's some kind of French lady making homemade pizza rolls in here.
No.
What y'all doing in my house?
Oh, we've been in enough. Well, I guess not. Surely Mary would have said something.
I think he's just watching like old football games. Like
He's probably fucking asleep.
It's asleep.
If we got in at like 11 midnight, and then we've had the conversation for an hour or two.
In general, like, oh yeah, our son's crazy friends are back.
He's definitely one of those guys that just doesn't acknowledge what's happening in his house.
That's fair.
That's how I am most of the time, honestly. The kids will have friends over. I'm like, whatever. I'm fucking playing World of Warcraft over here, working it up.
Oh my god. Anyway, you go down to talk to Agent Manal. I guess Danny.
Okay.
I want to go down too. I kind of feel Philbert feels weird in the attic office. Thought it was cool at first. Actually realizes, fuck this. I don't like being up here. I don't want to be allowed up here anymore.
Okay.
I go downstairs too.
Mystery's dead.
So yeah, Agent Menel has been cooking. There's the pizza rolls are in the oven. There's a batch in the oven. There's a batch already sort of in a nice big basket cooling. Not so that they're cold, but just so that they're not going to like burn your mouth.
If you don't put a fresh pizza roll in your mouth right away, is it really a pizza roll?
Yeah, that's
true.
part of the experience.
You got to get that 3rd-degree burn on your tongue. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you ate fucking dough with some ketchup in it.
Well,
Like, I mean,
that is
And
why we
cheese.
have the second batch. It would be much hotter.
The blood's part of the flavor profile.
Yours or someone else's?
Both. Anyway,
Depends on who makes them.
so homemade pizza rolls.
Yum.
Traditional
And she's,
French pizza
working.
rolls.
She's
Do
also
we
working
all-
on some pastries.
Do we all just go in there?
I heard 3 people going down. If
Okay,
you're
I think
all...
Shadow would be like, "Fuck yeah, pizza rolls, pizza time."
so who's left upstairs?
Mary, Silas,
And Lysa.
Layseth and Kenny.
Yeah.
That's a party up there. I kind of want to go back up now.
But it feels weird in there.
Yeah, that's true.
The adults are all up there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. See you,
Isn't
Philbert.
that
I'm gonna hang out here with
terrifying?
the pizza rolls.
Anyway,
So, what are we doing?
pastries are being made.
Yes,
We're going to eat food and Misty will take one of the pizza rolls, bite off both the corners, blow into it, and then eat it.
And
Wait.
there are cream puffs when you're done.
Did you play the pizza roll like an ocarina?
It's one of the best ways to cool them off real quick.
God damn it.
Just spewing molten sauce like out the opposite corner.
No, you just like hold it a little way from your lips, and the air can like flow
Guys,
through it
we
and
have
cool it
lost the
off.
plot.
Anyways.
What plot?
DB has said her anyways already, and then we sidetracked again from that.
I was explaining what Misty was doing, and you guys sidetracked.
This episode's indistinguishable from any other episode of the show.
It's true. Misty, go. I was about to say it again.
While eating a couple of the pizza rolls, kind of like sit on the edge of the counter, or like lean my hip up against the edge of the counter, and look at the two FBI agents in there, and be like, "So, how committed are you to staying off the grid?"
Well, I would prefer not to be cracked, but what do you need?
Well, and Misty will explain about the supernatural mob family in probably New York City or the New York City area, and give the name Charles Mackey. Just give them the rundown of what we learned up in the attic, because I'm not going to recount all of that in character.
Right. So, given what Agent Manon knows about supernatural things, because that's what she specializes in, is this something that she's already familiar with, or would she have to do some
Get back on the grid?
You would know some of it. Yeah, you would have. You know that this family has been they've been words. Give me a second.
The Benadryl.
You know that they have
Popped
been
a couple bennies.
God damn it.
Anyway,
You know-
Sorry, guy.
Fucking hell. You know that they have been watched in the past. That they have their own file, a pretty big, extensive one in the FBI. They actually have two. One that's like, hey, this is a very dangerous group of people. For like, just we need to make sure that they're not gonna just like murder a whole bunch of people, but then also the fact that they are a crime organization, but they also have the monster side of it too. You know that activity for them has kind of dropped down a little bit, but it's not like they're completely gone.
They are less active than they had been, but still around. Do we need specific information on them?
Yes, they are part of the reason why the spider has been held at bay for as long as he had.
So,
and I would very much like to know how and what changed.
all right. Would you like me to just obtain their file, or would you like contact information?
I think starting with obtaining their file so we know what is being dealt with would be a good start. And then, I mean, I'd like to pretend like we're not going to, but we are going to have to go talk to them.
Sure. The gentleman who lives here, Filbert, does he have encrypted devices that I might use? A secure network and such?
Theoretically, but things have been crashing around him lately, so hard to tell.
My dad? My dad doesn't have anything. I've got something. Yeah.
You are the one that I was speaking about. Your father has enjoyed a few pizza rolls and then settled back onto the
Oh,
couch.
you did see him. See, I told
did,
y'all.
yes.
I told y'all he's real.
Just
He looks
shadowing
very
him
much
hanging out.
like you, but slightly older.
See?
But
Exactly.
yes, if you have a device that I might use.
Yeah, my laptop downstairs should work.
All right. Yeah, she's happy to go digging and
Cool.
log in.
Log in with credentials that haven't been used in 3 months.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shoot. Yeah,
she'll
my
just have to change her password. It's fine.
I don't think it would be a bad idea for you to get back in it, Manel. Samantha says.
All right.
It's not unusual for you to not talk to our boss every day or even months at a time. If he asked where you were keeping an eye on me. That's not technically a lie.
True enough.
And you were supposed to keep an eye on me.
Ugh,
I, on the other hand, am
do
not
wish to answer all these messages. There were so many.
Yeah, I haven't looked at my phone.
Well, we could break your phone. Actually physically break it. And then that's the reason that you didn't answer any of the messages.
Ah, you're very smart. I like you.
I try. You didn't like me before?
No, not at all.
Oh, shit.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
She laughs at you. Of course. You're a foolish child, but, I like you. Did not want to see you dead. So. Let us
high praise indeed.
Let us use your computer, and I will log in, and I will send an email. That's how I will contact them and let them know that my phone was destroyed, and that is why I did not have a chance to respond to anything.
All right. Guess it's time to start digging for a spider.
Is that what one does? I'm not in the room.
No, you're not. Kiss, kiss.
Back to my hole.
I think this might be a good spot for us to end for tonight.
I'm good with that.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Man, sorry about the technical difficulties, but still,
it happens.
Very fun
lore
episode.
dump.
I love these kind of episodes where we figure out find out a bunch of shit, and get to just fucking hang out in character and be somebody else for 2 hours.
Pretty great. Thank you for this, DB.
Of course.
If you've done it, you get to be 18 different people.
Yeah, that's true. Or DB.
That's
Danny and
fun.
DB both get to be multiple people, yes. But yeah, thank you, DB. You know what? It's been a while since I've said that on stream after one of these episodes. Thank you. It's been an amazing story from start to finish, not just tonight, but just all around.
Always.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. We finally found the plot.
A plot.
Now that
It
we-
was
3
there
years.
buried under multitudes of Chili's and Applebee's menus and outings.
Pool.
now that we found the plot, can we end as I completely derail the plot? Good ending.
What?
Yes.
What?
What are
please.
you
Well, I just want to end it with. So Pizza Rolls has had over 100 slogans since their inception,
Go on.
and I just want to read a few of the top hits.
Okay. Are pizza rolls okay?
Tostino's Pizza Rolls have had over 100 slogans, apparently.
Okay, just
Wow.
Tostino's pizza. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, in like 30 years.
Okay.
So you got a bite-sized explosion of pizza-y perfection.
Fucking love it. Multiple puns in one slogan. Love it.
All right. crunchy, gooey pizza goodness. They use pizza again.
Don't like that as much.
The quickest way to pizza heaven, so you
Nope,
die, I
nope.
guess.
That sounds like Pizza Hut.
Get ready to roll with pizza
Hate it.
rolls.
Hate it.
I actually
Not
don't
bad.
mind that
That's
one.
not bad. That's a decent pun.
Pizza
sounds like-
rolls. Put it in your mouth.
Love that one.
Hate
I do
that.
like that one.
I hate
Okay,
that.
now this one really
tracks.
tracks with Shadow. Pizza rolls. I cannot imagine why they thought this works. The perfect road trip snack.
Okay, yeah,
guess you
everyone's got a
just-
fucking
you eat 'em
oven
fucking
in their
frozen or
fucking
something?
car.
Here's another one, and I hope to God no one got burned because of it. Pizza in your pocket.
Who's
happening?
pizza rolls in their pockets?
Here's one that's offensive to teenagers everywhere. Pizza face in every bite.
Oh my
That's
god.
mean. That one's
Yeah,
mean.
You want to eat some zits? That'll
How
make
about
you
this
feel,
one?
you know,
Pizza rolls,
Excellent.
a frozen food aisle favorite.
I
At least they're
like
being
that
honest.
one.
That's the
accurate.
slogan. That's the slogan that's desperate to not get sued, isn't it?
I really like the alliteration on that one.
The frozen food aisle favorite.
The ultimate snack for a pizza addict.
Oh, hey,
Would it
Shadow.
pizza
As
be the
opposed
ultimate
to
snack for a
PC.
pizza addict?
Pizza's a meal. Pizza rolls are a snack.
Okay. Fucking.
Okay.
You know what? I
Okay.
take back my criticism. Tiana defended it very well.
Very
I
good
don't.
logic there. Yep.
Can we get two
I
more,
do not take that
Jeremy?
back.
You got
I'm
two
gonna
more in
leave it
you?
out there.
I mean, there's a lot. They're not all good.
Tell us the worst one, and that's where we'll end it.
The
Pizza
perfect
rolls,
snack
they'll
to keep
fuck you up.
rolling. So I don't know if they're like you took some ecstasy and started eating pizza rolls. I'm not sure what's going on there. And then I don't even know. I gotta end it on a real winner.
Are any of them?
Oh, how about this one? Roll over, boring snacks. Pizza rolls are here.
Oh my
Good night,
fuck.
everyone.
Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Jesus Christ, go home.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you in probably less than a month now. We're going to try
We'll
and get
see.
to the third Friday in April.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
that's
that
the
would
next
be
month.
less than a month. If we can actually get that and no one's sick or anything, that'd be
Conflicts
wild.
or-
But yeah,
Yeah. Conflicts or anything like that. We're going to try and do, if we don't see you in April, we'll see you in May.
If I don't see you through the week, see you through the window.
okay.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
All right.